Welcome to Watch of the Week here on Caseback. This is a series of brief reviews and previews of recently introduced timepieces. It's not a commercial, so you will hear my unfiltered reaction, my unfiltered opinion, and our guest in this week is... I've sneaked around the Nomos Club for a while, never found one on the used market at an acceptable price, and then I went my way. But now Nomos has announced 3 new versions of the club, and especially one caught my attention. Meet the Nomos Club Automat Navy, available in a few days in a limited edition. Big parts of the watch community just hate this watch. More of that later. First, let's go over the basics. We have here an automatic watch, 40mm case diameter, length is still unknown, thickness of only 9.7mm. Lug width is still not stated, but I think it will be the usual 20mm. Sapphire crystal, see-through caseback. Inside is the in-house calibre DUW 5001 with 26 rubies and a power reserve of 43 hours. It's decorated and regulated to chronometer tolerances. Waterproof up to 200 meters. And the watch comes on a textile strap, so I think that's nylon. Price for the blue version is 1,960 euros, so about 2,300 US dollars. There are 2 more versions available, black and olive, on textile strap and a metal bracelet, but I want to focus here on the navy version, which I find the most convincing member of this trio. In my eyes, it delivers a wonderful classic combination of dark blue, off-white and the shine of stainless steel. This together with pleasant measurements. The watch is relatively pure, no date, seconds on a sub-dial, but heavily loomed and with minute scale, so it doesn't want to be seen as a dress watch only. Also, the 200-meter water tightness and the nylon strap tells us that we shouldn't baby this piece too much. Scratch magnet though, with all those round and high polished forms, but at the same time these forms are simple enough to renew the polishing. The price is in normal region for such a model with those specifications and made by a mid-tier brand. So everything's fine? Not really. The major accusation you find on forums, for example, is that the watch is boring. This is nothing new. It only presents some very slight changes, no revolution in sight. And that's certainly true, but I think presenting something completely different would be a severe form of suicide for Nomos. They are established with a certain look. How likely is it that Rolex presents drastic changes on their Submariner? Probability 0% correct. And the same thing here. They really have found a design language for their watches. People say it is a bit boring, but there are enough other people who say no, it's classy. It's recognizable as Nomos in the first second. And at the end, the design works. And I agree. Look at this wrist chart here. This works. Second piece of criticism are the long lugs. See that? Very long lugs, yes. And I agree. With a rather big case diameter of 40mm, it would be handy to keep it rather short. And with this round and pleasant dial, those lugs look a bit spider-esque. But certainly this spider-esque is personal taste. There are enough people who like exactly that. Last point is the limitation, and yes, I understand that sounds annoying, like joining the bandwagon of artificial shortage. But at the same time we have to see that 175 pieces represent an enormous stock of capital. 340,000 euros in sales for every dial color, so about 1 million euros in total, or 1,200,000 US dollars. Nomos was founded in 1990 and it states that it's the biggest manufacturer of mechanical wristwatches in Germany, but in absolute terms it is a mid-size company. And so officially they want to celebrate with this edition here 175 years of watchmaking in Glashütte. But unofficially the reason could be that they want to keep the risk moderate. And of course every new model is chance and risk at the same time, and German manufacturers are not exactly gamblers. But my humble prediction here is that this watch will be a success, at least in the case of the navy version. Convincing design and extremely versatile. You could wear it on the beach, in a restaurant, at the office, at the university or just in the garden. And so I think we see here a very interesting piece at the right time. Okay, that's all for now. See you next Monday to Watch of the Week here on Caseback.